Hey there guys, welcome back to Texas Beer Reviews, and on this episode we will be looking at Buffalo Bayou's Don't Fear the RIPA, or RIPA, however you want to say it. I think it should be RIPA since it is a rye IPA. Anyway, they just started canning this. This was draft only, and they just started canning. It says a dank, resiny, bright citrus hops, and a dry pepper finish. It's got a couple different descriptions on here. It says, "Darling, light of my life, I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said I'm not going to hurt you, I'm just going to bash your palate." And it's got another description about the beer. "If you want a kiss, call your grandmother. If you want something sessionable, try lemonade. If you don't like hops, put this can down. Walk away, go back to school. Your dinner is going to taste better than any meal you've ever eaten, and tomorrow will be the most beautiful day of your life." Bold words. So, let's go ahead and check it out. There's no can date on it, but this is the first time I've seen the cans around, and should be pretty fresh, since usually when they can, it hits the stores like the next day or so. Anyway, I've had this beer once before on draft about 2+ years ago, so it's been quite a while. A little bit more about it. 6.8% alcohol by volume. The website says 70 IBUs, but the website also says it's 7.5% ABV, so I don't know if the IBUs have changed with that, but regardless, should be about that much. Alright, I can already smell it. Open it. Pour. So, take a look at it. Poured a kind of a nice, hazy, light, peachy orange color. Definitely a lot lighter than I expected. I expected it to be a bit darker malt based, but this actually is pretty light. Kind of looks like some of the New England styles, actually. Pretty hazy. Even with the chill haze, you can tell this is going to be a bit of a turbid beer. Poured a pretty big foamy white head, so it's pretty nice. Let's check out the aroma. My nose has been stuffed up, can't blow it out. So definitely picking up the rye. It's got this spiciness to it. Picking up some citrus, but I also am picking up some tropical fruits. I'm picking up some pineapple, a bit of mango maybe. There's another fruit that I cannot pinpoint right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, I'm getting some pretty nice pineapple. Citrus, more of a brighter citrus, so not so much grapefruit, more of a kind of a tangerine or a navel orange. A bit of that rye spice. It smells pretty good, so let's check out the taste. Cheers. Good stuff. So right off the bat, I'm noticing there's hints of those tropical fruits, very, very little hints, but really it's definitely more of a citrus bomb. Plenty of tangerine and grapefruit on the taste, and it kind of goes into that rye. It's definitely sweet up front, goes right into that rye malt character. You definitely get that kind of rye bready spiciness to it. It does have a pretty decent amount of lingering bitterness on the end. I almost want to say I'm getting just a slight bit of a caramel flavor too. It's not very intense, but it's definitely like bright citrus. I'd say like maybe navel orange into grapefruit, into that rye spice. There's a sweet breadiness kind of up front along with that. Not so much the rye, and then it goes into rye. So it's kind of like a sweet, bready, like, lighter bread type malt character to it, and into that rye price. For the mouthfeel, it's probably a lighter medium body. Just a hint of creaminess to it. Carbonation's pretty spot on. And the definitely has that lingering bitterness on the back end. Starts off sweet, finishes pretty dry, and that bitterness lingers for quite a while. Definitely just kind of builds and builds and builds. So definitely a sort of bitterness to this beer. But overall, it's a pretty solid beer. I'd say if you like, definitely kind of those citrus forward, navel orange, grapefruit, tons of grapefruit, with a bit of a unique malt build to it. That rye, kind of that rye spiciness. I would definitely say to pick it up, try out the new cans. And it is, like I mentioned, definitely pretty bitter. So if you like a bold, bitter IPA, go for this. If you don't like something so bitter, I'd probably stay away. As I mentioned, it is pretty assertive in the bitterness. So anyway, good beer from Buffalo Bayou. Nice to see some more stuff. I haven't had a lot of their stuff, but definitely solid offering here that they can now. I think it's good to see some more cans from them, especially for some of their hobby offerings. Anyway, that's pretty much what I think about Don't Fear the RIPA or RIPA. And with that said, that's pretty much it for this episode. So think global, drink local, and cheers.